So when you're adding the chicken manure to the plant, especially on the pot where they, growing in the pot is different from growing in the soil. So when you're adding manure to the pot, it's very tricky. If you don't do it well, you end up drying your plant. So this is what we're gonna be doing now. So first of all, you see this is the plant. So we try to dig around the plant. Okay, this is what we do. Okay, so we just make sure that we don't cut the plant roots. Okay, if you have a digging fork, the small digging fork, it will be good. And then this is, after we have done that, then we take the chicken manure. So this is our chicken manure. It's a little bit smelly. Yeah, so we're gonna be adding it to the plants. Okay, so you need to take you need to be very careful, because you don't want to touch the stem of the plant with the manure. So you just put it at a distance like this. You don't put much, just a little bit. Yeah, just like that around the plant, and you see the plant will love you. After that, it will grow so nice and healthy. Okay, so you just put it like that, and you make sure that it is down there, kind of tagging it. Okay, so after that, we don't mix it, we just leave it like that. So that's how you deal with adding chicken manure to the plant. The reason you don't add to the stem is you're trying to avoid to damage the, you're trying to avoid damaging the plant, because it's already there. So you just put it around, and then from there we'll put some water. So we're gonna do the rest of the plants as well. Okay, this one we're not gonna add into it because it's not so much healthy, and it's gonna be removed soon. Yeah, so this is what we're gonna be doing. So we will do the rest of the plant. Okay, as you can see now. Remember we said we're only adding the greenies. So we're gonna be putting around there. Okay, so don't forget your mask and your gloves. So we just tuck it in, we don't mix it, we just leave it like that. So we repeat the same process. We repeat the same process now, and then we're gonna be adding like that. So we just make sure we scatter it around, and then from there we need to water this. We can't leave it like that. So we have the spring onion here. The spring onion, also there are the greens. We can also add. So inside here, the sack that's where my manure is. So I need to open it a little bit more. So you see, as I told you, okay, as I told you, it's a little bit down. Okay, it's a little bit, you can see that it's a little bit down here. Okay. So you can actually see now that this is how our manure looks like. It's a little bit down, as I said. So we're gonna take some and we're gonna put in our plants, right, as we have been doing. Now there are other things that you need to consider when you're doing your garden. There are other things that visit your plants and eat. You see this one, they've been eaten by locusts. So locusts also have been visiting my garden. So we continue to add, right, and like I said, you are carefully adding, surrounding the plant, and not too close to the stem. Okay, so some of these I've added them earlier, so that I don't need to add everything today. Okay, so you just need to add a little bit. But some of them I added them earlier this month. Now you come this side, you see. Okay, this one they were not added. You can actually see one of the plant is a little bit weak. Okay, then we just try to just soften the soil, and then we'll add something there, right? So also it depends on how big the pot is. Yeah, if it is a smaller pot, obviously you cannot add more. Let me just quickly get more of my manure. So we add a little bit more. Okay, so you notice that for example this this is a celery. We have actually put some manure at first. This is celery now. Okay, so we have actually added some manure at first. This is why you see it looking this good this month. So we are not going to add more to it. It's already looking healthy, and yeah, you can see that. So yeah, we are just going to soften the soil in it so that the manure we've added earlier can continue to grow, and so and it can continue to to grow into the plant. So we're gonna gather some of this today, and we're gonna use it for a recipe that I'm gonna share with you. I think some of you have seen it on the soup, the green soup that we have made last week. So we're gonna share with you later on as we gather from this. So yeah, because if you don't pick these leaves, they become hardened. Now they are still translucent, they are still soft and tender, so we need to use them as soon as we can. So this is and the other thing, you don't put this on a recently transplanted plant because they are still sick. So this one, they were transplanted long time. Let me just add also here. Okay, we have added some. So this is actually what happened. So we do this, and then we combine this, and we make sure that everything. So yeah, we try to do this, and then we combine this, and then we put in there, and then we add the thing. Okay, so then we continue adding the manure to the plant. Okay, we continue adding the manure to this is now the green vegetables. So we're going to be adding the green vegetables, the manure to the green vegetable, so that we ensure that they also grow. And so good. I've added them earlier before, but I just want to add some a little bit, and also I need to add a bit of soil in here because the soil is not that much. So let me just quickly get some soil, and then so we're gonna be adding to the vegetable. This is tranquilla cabbage, so we're gonna add some to this. Yes, just a little bit because we added some, and then just a little bit also there. And yeah, just a little bit in there. Yeah, we are not adding the eggplant, so we skip that. Here we can add, because we can see even our plant is telling us something. It's turning yellow. That means some nitrogen is leaking. So we're gonna add, some manure there, and then here as well. So this is how you do your plant thing. So the rest we are not going to add in it because most they are they are fruit bearing. So yeah, we just add that. So for now, come with me behind, and we're gonna continue with the rest of what we have started here. But before we get to that, once you are done, you need to pour water. Just make sure that you pour enough water. Okay, you can see there I'm pouring enough water. This is in the plastic, so you can actually see when you soften the soil that the water won't quickly run out underneath the plant, because the soil has been softened. So we continue to add water. You just need to be careful when you're watering your plants, especially the vegetables and even the tomatoes. You need to make sure that you don't pour on the leaves, especially if it's late in the evening like now. So if you pour on the leaves, the result you have this, the mildew kind of, and that is a little bit challenging to control. Yeah, so you need to pour on the stem. The same applies with the tomatoes. If you're gonna pour on the leaves, you'll have serious issues like the red spider mites. You're gonna be challenged as such. So you need to make sure that you follow the right things and you enjoy your harvest. Yeah. So we can see here, this is one of the vegetable also that needs to be attended to. So for now, we move to the other side where we continue. Okay, so here we are at the back again. So you can see we're going to do the same process that we have done. We are going to repeat and put some compost, some chicken manure in the plants, and therefore we are going to to add specifically to the vegetables, which you can see. Yeah, so some of them, they are already growing big and they are falling down. So like I said again, here we don't add the eggplant because they are already bearing, they are bringing flower, so we cannot really add anything to. So this is what we're gonna be doing. So again, we are going to this one. They were added, the cereals, they were added you know, some time back, so you can see they are well, they are fine. We don't really need to to add anything to that. So you can actually check. You see, you need to really be observant. You see, we have got a visitor here. This is a locust that has been eating one of the insects. So you need to check really what is happening in your garden. So I hope you have learned something. I hope you enjoyed, and you are going to apply the same principles in your garden as you are going to, you know, to add you know, the manure, the compost, and all that to your plants. Yeah. So yeah, bye bye for now.